It doesn't alert me. Did I turn notifications off accidentally? Keys, pants are in the shredder. Good to see you, Julie. Welcome aboard. Hello, Joan. Temporary change of work hours. Jen, are you lying? Did you get fired? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Rachel, good to see you. Can't wait to hear from Grandma, possibly Charlotte. Oh, yeah, they're both on board for today. Happy Tuesday, Jeff. Keith, aloha to Florida. And Don, yes, good day, sir. Are you ready for the Bible story? Excellent. Brad, welcome aboard. Flavia, hello to Washington State as we all move one step closer to meeting each other in our vans in a parking lot. I say hello to you, Clinton. Reno, keeper of the t-shirts. Don, you want a cookie? Who doesn't want a cookie? I only got part of the first cookie, and I think the second cookie was gone before I started the show today. But we'll see. Happy Tuesday, Rich. We did make it through Monday. 2 days in a row. Hey, Ouija, good to see you, brother. I was talking to another friend of mine in Alaska about making a trip up there. So I'm going to get with her. I'm going to get with her on the phone, and then I'm going to get back to you in your email. Thanks for that. You get free pizza by showing your voted sticker, Keys. Nice. I wish we had that here. David, welcome aboard. Pick, yo. And Darren, yes, hey to you. Jen says, yeah, I quit. It was too hard. If at first you don't succeed, quit immediately. Well, save that kind of talk for Quitter Friday. Yeah, we got Motivational Monday and throwing in the towel on Friday. Throw in the towel Thursday just to get the alliteration going. Throw it in on Thursday. Throw it in Thursday, or as we like to call it here at the Daily Briefing, First Friday. That's what we like to call Thursday. So let me show you this gift that Belinda got me. It's a coffee mug, but whoa, woke up sexy as hell again. It's pretty nice mug. I don't know if I woke up sexy or not, but I got this mug to brag for me, so I don't have to do my bragging. So hopefully Belinda's going to be here. I think, let's see if this fart machine works. Oh, yeah, fart machine's on board. Let's get it rolling with a Bible story. And Lady Jerry will roll in when she gets here. Ed, welcome aboard. Oh, here she comes. Had to watch Dave's Davy and Goliath to get my Bible story last Tuesday. Yeah, Rich, Davy and Goliath. I remember that. Come on in.
I'm coming. I was looking for a letter from my grandma. I found some really great, hilarious photos, but no. Oh, ouch, that hurt my shoulder.
Are you okay?
That is, yes. It's just a minor shoulder issue, and then I've got a lot of dress to get in the chair.
Oh, Mark is asking when's the last time anyone saw Belinda. Well, she's right here, Mark. And I've got to call Mark because he's a guy to speak to about a transit ban.
They saw me yesterday. I was here yesterday. Wasn't that me?
But Mark hasn't been here for a while.
Oh,
Mark
yes.
hasn't been here for a while.
No, I've been here.
Flavia says, nice mug. I showed off my mug.
Oh, yeah. And do you know that on 18 years of marriage, you give someone porcelain, ceramics?
Yes. I was hoping for a toilet.
Oh my God! A life-size one you could actually use, or just
Yes.
a little toilet?
A toilet
that you
punch
can wear
bowl.
on a necklace around. Oh, a toilet
I had this
punch
idea
bowl.
for
So classy.
for a really for a frat bar where you can buy a giant drink that's served in a big toilet, so that you can drink the drink and then throw up in it afterwards. How's that?
Yuck.
Yeah. High
Disgusting.
five.
Horrible. That's as bad as the fart machine.
Are you ready for today's?
Well, what is the Bible story? I mean, okay, I'll steel myself for the Bible story.
Well, today I'm going back, way back for today's Bible story. I'm going Old Testament.
Oh God!
And I'm going
Old
for one that
Testament,
we
yeah.
all know, or we think we know.
Okay. I'm just going to put some of my dress on you.
Yeah, you're wearing a pretty big dress. It's actually a tint. The bottom of that dress is almost a tint.
When I made it into a chair covering, I was doing an Instagram video, a Twitter video.
Oh yes.
And I upholstered the chair with my skirt, and then I sat in front of it. I was like, well, that's I could
Lovely.
put it on. Oh, I'll do it with the this chair. You can
I've
start.
got the spooky lighting for the Bible story.
Oh, oh God. Yeah, well, Old Testament, it probably will be spooky.
Well,
so I'm going to have a nice striped.
Are you ready? Can I get on with it?
You can start. Don't mind me.
Do you think you could be a little bit quieter?
No.
Okay, well,
it's an upholstering job, Jerry. I'm redoing the what do you call this thing I'm in? The what is it? It's a wheelchair. Giving it a striped look for fall. This is really more summery and spring.
Jen says her anniversary is one week away, and her husband bought a toilet yesterday.
Oh, is
Well,
it the 18th?
it could
Because
be,
if it
could be
is,
a lucky toilet.
yeah, you'll be right on target.
Um,
Okay, you
all
can't
right.
really see the chair.
All right,
covered
so
with the dress.
today's Bible story is Cain and Abel.
Oh God, the brothers.
Classic. We
Yeah.
think we know it.
Yeah, well,
All
I
right.
sort of do know it. It's used as a justification for racism.
Well, let's not get into that part of it,
Okay.
okay, if you don't mind.
But I do mind.
All right. Well, you can
All
do
right.
your racist tirade at the end. if
All
you
right,
want.
I'll try and really keep a cork on it.
Eve gave
in it.
birth to 2 sons. Perhaps you remember Eve.
Yeah,
She was the first
She was
lady.
great. Yeah.
She was great. I
Yeah.
mean,
And she-
irresistible.
but that nonsense. I mean, look, she tasted it.
Unforgettable.
Eve
That's what
is
she was.
unforgettable.
Yeah, she was the first lady, and we're still talking about her.
And she was not made from Adam's rib. That's just nonsense.
No, she was made from leftover potato salad. I made that up. That's not in the Bible.
That is a little misogynistic to say that
I
Eve
meant
is
for it to be jokingly misogynistic.
Sweet, yeah.
Just a little
Oh,
fun
well, I suppose,
misogyny
yes. Well, I
for
suppose-
Bible Story Tuesday.
Yeah. I suppose if you say she was made out of some leftover potato salad.
Oh, it's
so
absurd. It's absurd.
It's so absurd. Oh, you're hot and sweaty.
I'm
You're a bit
not only am
clammy.
I hot, I woke
Yeah.
up sexy as hell again today.
Well, I could have told them that.
All right.
I mean, I just got a mug so that you could,
Here we go.
Yes, okay. You want me to shut up? Is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
if you
Is
don't-
that the signal?
could you-
Is it
could
the
you-
shut up signal
Could you
you're
shut
getting
up
me?
until called on, please, Lady Jerry?
Oh, well, I don't know if I can shut up until
We're going to have
called
to
on.
observe some parliamentary procedure here
Yeah,
in the Bible story.
oh,
Order! Order!
And
All
what
right.
do I say to order? I say, well,
That's contempt
of course.
court.
Of contempt
All right.
of what's
Contempt
our
of
shut?
Bible.
Yeah,
Sacrilege.
contempt of Ryan's daily briefing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to shut up and I'll
Eve
wait
gave-
over to Jake.
Eve gave
Jerry.
birth to 2 sons, as
Mm-hmm.
you know. Abel was the younger son, and he was a shepherd, while his brother Cain, older brother, worked in the fields. He's a farmer. Or not really.
Say
but
that again. I wasn't paying attention. I drifted
2
off.
sons. Abel the younger was
Yeah.
a shepherd, and Cain the older worked in the fields. He raised crops. All right?
And what did Abel do?
Abel was a shepherd.
Oh, right. One was a shepherd and one was crops.
Abel was
I
a
thought,
shepherd.
I thought one had an office job.
One worked in an office, and the other was a paramedic.
No. One worked in an office. The other did the sheep and the
Well,
crops and everything.
When we do
because
on Friday, maybe we can make up a Bible story. But for today,
okay,
why don't we
okay,
stick to the actual
okay.
Bible
There's no
story?
office job. There's not a white collar, blue
Yes.
collar with these brothers. Okay, they're
So-
both collarless.
Well, Cain is the closest to an office job because Abel works. He's a shepherd, and Cain is a farmer. So, or he works in the fields.
Mm-hmm. So he has to pay
But they were all
attention.
hunter gatherers back then. He wasn't actually farming. There came a time when they both made offerings to God. Cain from his crops. Abel offered the finest and fattest of his flock. God was pleased with Abel's offering, but not with Cain's. This made Cain very angry, and his face darkened with rage. Now, they do have an example of some things that Cain might have had in his offering: grapes, figs, olives, pistachio or almonds, lentils,
Yummy.
or wheat. Yes,
Yeah, and God didn't like that offering.
God, it seems, is a carnivore. He preferred the
Yeah, well, he wants
preferred the sheep. Well, actually,
Yeah.
Cain's offering God rejected because Cain's offering did not give the best of his produce.
He gave the second rate,
yes.
second tier.
He
Did he
gave-
give the ugly fruit?
He gave the
gave
ugly
the
fruit,
misshapen
which is
grapes.
what the environmentalists are advising us to buy at the farmers market. So,
Yes.
so Cain didn't give the best of his produce, but Abel gave his fattest lamb.
Oh.
And God wasn't crazy about Cain's gift, but loved Abel's gift. Why are you angry? The Lord God asked him. You will succeed, and if you work hard, and if you do not, the sin will be yours. But Cain was not soothed by these words. Well, they're not really soothing, are they? I didn't like your gift very much, but don't worry, you'll be all right. Suck it up, bro. He followed his brother into the fields and there attacked and murdered him.
Yes,
And
that jealousy, man.
They didn't even
Oh
have a
my
word
God.
for murder at that time because it was the first murder. Then the Lord asks Cain, Cain, where's your brother? Cain says, I do not know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do not know. I do not know. I mean, there's only how many of us on Earth? 4. It's me and Abel and
Yeah.
Mom and Dad.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know where the hell Abel is.
Yeah, where that other guy went.
Am I my brother's keeper? Getting sarcastic with the Lord, not a good idea. But
Yeah.
these are pre-turning a dude into salt days. This is God's early interactions with man. There's only 4 people.
He was still kind of he was all right then. He just would be a bit rude
Yeah.
if you gave him a substandard gift. A gift that he thought was
He
a
wasn't
bit...
crazy about the substandard gift, but he said, you'll be all right. You'll get the hang of it. Work
Yeah.
hard.
Next time, give me some good lentils and grapes and...
Yeah, give me the best stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give me the...
So Cain says, am I my brother's keeper? Getting sarcastic, but God lets that slide. He said he knew what happened. He said, Cain, what have you done? I see your brother's blood staining the earth. Now you're cursed. So he cursed him. Cursed to wander the world, an outcast from man and God. This punishment is greater than I can bear, cried Cain in agony. There's only 4 people, so you're already fairly lonely, but then to be shut out by those 4 people, but the earth is a big place, and you're just one guy, so he was a real loner. He hadn't really thought this through because he'd already killed 25% of the population.
And how are they going to have more people?
Well, the Bible doesn't really get into that.
I know,
but I think,
what you do when you've got 2 brothers. How do you... Yeah, there's one of
I
them...
think
you
there's a
can't-
little dog breeding behavior going
the
on, but let's
brothers
not...
can't be
that's-
having sex with mummy.
That's beyond this story
Yeah,
here
this
in the
is
children's
the children's
Bible.
Bible, so we can't be putting incest in there.
You, my God, are going to turn your face away from me and condemn me to wander the world, to be killed by anyone who passes me on the road? Anyone. There's only Adam and Eve and Abel.
But he doesn't...
And Abel's dead. So
Yeah.
there's only his
Cain.
parents.
But
Who's
the thing
going to
is,
kill him?
But the thing
Who's
is,
going to kill him?
he might not know that. He might think there are other people out there.
Right, yeah, I
You know,
suppose.
and as he was so easily able to kill Abel, he might think that someone's going to come along and, you know...
So he's worried. Cain's worried that somebody's going to kill him because God thinks he's an asshole.
Well,
but
he is
the
a bit of
Lord-
an arsehole.
Well,
He's
no
committed
shizzy,
fratricide.
No shizzy, jizzy.
Yeah.
But
Don't call me Jizzy.
okay.
That's not
But the
so...
Lord reassures him, the man who kills Cain will bring upon himself a terrible punishment. And God made a mark on Cain so that everyone would recognize him. And when they saw the mark, they would know they must leave him unharmed. I don't know what that mark looks like, but we'll have to Google that after
I
the
think
show.
it's a big brown spot.
Like a poo skid mark, but on your forehead.
I didn't say that.
With a heavy heart, Cain departed and went to live in the land of Nod, which lies to the east of Eden. The land
It's
of
not
Nod.
really called N-O-D, Nod, really?
Yep, the land of Nod
Oh my
lies to
God.
the east of Eden.
Well, now we sound like we're in an Enid Blyton book, and we've, Noddy
Yeah.
is going
The
to
land
come
of
around.
Nod, and also
the land
east
of Nod
of-
is where Noddy and Enid Blyton characters
East
live.
of Eden is a one of those movies that what's his name, handsome guy that died in a Porsche. What the hell's his name? The famous guy,
Yes,
Marilyn
I
Monroe,
can
James
see
Dean.
James Dean. Yes, I
the
was
fun
gonna
meters
say.
at maximum.
Yeah.
So
yeah. One Bible story, and we are
I wanted to.
maxi,
I wanted to
maxi
also
down.
mention that this story of Cain. Your friend Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins.
Yes.
He made a movie called He Never Died, 2015, a movie called He Never Died. It's sort of a horror thriller movie, and Henry Rollins is up to some crazy stuff. And this is a spoiler alert, so cover your ears if you're thinking about watching this movie. It's all right, but it's not super great. But Henry Rollins is a cannibalistic, violent loner, and he
Perfect role for him.
but he has an ex-girlfriend who has a daughter who gets kidnapped by some gangsters. And so Henry Rollins goes to help them out. And then you find out as you get deeper into the story that Henry Rollins is actually Cain. He's contemporary alive now, but he's walked the earth for all this time. Immortal.
Oh.
Yes. So
Gosh.
quite interesting.
Have you watched the movie?
Henry Rollins trip? Yes, I have.
And?
I just said it's kind of.
I was reading some
Yes,
comments
of course.
and- yeah.
That happens. And
Yeah.
when I do it, of course, it's
Yeah.
an infraction. But
I know,
when you
because
do
you
it,
can't multitask.
it's a natural accident.
But I can't multitask.
Yes, it's difficult to be either one of us.
Yeah, it is difficult to do the... Well, my question is Henry Rollins a good actor?
Henry Rollins is a good actor. Henry Rollins is so great.
Yeah.
If it's not Motivational Monday, but if you're looking to get motivated, you can go watch Henry Rollins. He does these speaking tours where he talks about his travels. He travels around the world.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll talk about Henry Rollins on Monday, but
He does a great DJ set on Sunday nights on KCRW, and he
which
plays
you can
some
watch that
really
anywhere now.
fantastic. What was his band called? Black Fly or something? But he plays some pretty great old punk rock music. And
Jen says Henry Rollins is in it, so you have to assume that it's not super great. Well, you have to assume that, Jen, from the laws of show business, which is that if it was great, they could have got a bigger star to do it. But I think it was also the guy who wrote it, directed it, and so it's who he can get to be in a movie that he's going to direct. Anyway, it's not a terrible movie. It's quite interesting. And if you're a Henry Rollins fan, I think I can recommend it.
Right.
Right.
Imagine walking the earth for the last 2020 years, or
Yeah.
gosh, how would that have been? Or how long actually did Cain and Abel? I'm just thinking of BC, no, AD, after the death of Christ. Well, when the hell? So if the Earth's 6,000 years old, according to the Bible, not me, when did Adam and Eve show up in Cain and Abel?
This is quite a bit of
Yeah.
math. Well, so anyway, Henry Rollins, Mark Bloom is saying, Black Flag, that was his band.
Yes.
So, yes.
I also said that.
Henry Rollins, check out the KCRW, check out some of his spoken word. You can listen to some of his lectures. If you really like Henry Rollins, you can go back to the Joe Rogan Experience and listen to him on his first appearance on Joe Rogan. It was really it was a great show, and that's what put me back down the Henry Rollins rabbit hole. Cain is used in one of the origin stories for the Legend of the Vampires. Well, yep, it's immortality. How about Henry Winkler fans? Are you kidding me? Henry Winkler.
Jake loves Henry Winkler. He's
love
very
Henry Winkler.
funny in that show, Barry
on HBO.
Barry.
Oh my God. I loved Henry
Bill Hader.
Winkler as the Fonz when I was a kid, obviously, as all of us did. But then to watch him again on Barry as a grown-ass, full-grown senior man, he's still got it. I fell in love with Henry Winkler all over again. So there you go.
Poor Carol. She was in such a hurry she put cat treats on her salad instead of croutons. Okay, Carol, that's pretty funny. Did you eat the cat treats, or did you pick them off one by one and replace them with croutons?
Yeah,
Because,
slow is fast.
yeah.
Fast is smooth. Smooth is smooth is.
Yeah.
You want to
Okay,
go slow.
we're getting
All
a
right.
letter. All right.
This is a letter from Grandma and Charlotte,
No,
and
it's
this is the card. It's got a picture of it's sort of a Halloween themed card with a picture of a ghost on the front.
Not a scary ghost at all, though. It's sort
No,
of a
it's not.
sleepy, cutie ghost.
And it's got some Halloween riddles in it.
Oh.
And so and they've written on the front, "Happy Thanksgiving for a special nephew," and then they said, "and grandson."
God.
I've written that on.
Wow.
So wait.
That's
Yeah, hang on.
Okay,
So
all
this
right,
is the beginning.
shut up.
This is the
Is that what
beginning.
you're telling me?
Yeah, this
Hang
is the
on,
beginning.
it's a very nice shut up.
This is the
Lady
beginning.
Jerry.
This is the beginning
All
of
right.
Charlotte's letter. Grandma bought the enclosed card. She wanted to send it to you, send you a Halloween card. We didn't get it mailed in time for Halloween, so we'll also make it a Thanksgiving card. She underlines, make it a Thanksgiving card. They had a card for a grandson, but it didn't have riddles. So they bought the card that was for nephew,
And they just wanted to spring for the one. Okay.
And this is
they
bought the Halloween card anyway.
Yeah, no,
We hope-
they loved you. Are you kidding? How often do you get a letter from them? Every week?
Yeah, well, there was
We
was
get a
lot
letter
back
from
then.
them every week. But how often were you getting a letter from them?
Well, probably often.
Yeah.
We hope you both had a nice Thanksgiving, because it's to me and my girlfriend at the time. I think that's
That
great
slut.
that your parents will be out in LA later next week. Your mom and dad are looking forward to seeing you both, maybe seeing the taping of your show. Hope it goes well with you. No matter what, we love you anyway. Sounds
Yeah,
like kind
if
of a-
you flop.
Sounds like
We
kind of a
still love
fun
you.
show. I'm enclosing a clipping about Gary S. I saw it in the newspaper a while ago. We are planning to go to Wilmington. That's where my parents live. Your mom invited us. God, it's a little... And one-liner, some babies are born to rule, the rest are men. Some babies are born to rule, the rest are men. Oh, that's a pro-lady joke, isn't it? Aunt Charlotte, she was a feminist before they even call them feminists.
Yeah, she didn't even know she was a feminist.
I guess fellows wouldn't appreciate that one too much. I copy them as soon as I hear them, she says. Thanks for wishing Grandma a happy birthday on TV. We're looking forward to seeing the tape. I took Grandma for her monthly checkup at Doctor Thursday. She's 98 pounds, but she's looking forward to going to North Carolina. We had some insulation blown in our attic a couple of weeks ago. Makes it warmer. We haven't had snow yet. Today is a beautiful day. The University of Iowa has won 10 of their games, beat Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, etc. They're going to the Holiday Bowl in San Diego, I believe, December 30th, 1987. That's when this letter is. Okay, so it's a bit confusing as to where we are.
Yeah, sorry, I've not been following along to help you out in your lostness.
We skipped a little bit. I will believe she skipped reservations for something, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we didn't really miss that much from Charlotte's letter. So let's get on to Grandma's letter, because it's kind of nice to... Grandma was
the piece de resistance.
The less wordy in this. And so she thanks Diane for the phone call, first off. That's my ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry I didn't stay up on my birthday, October 9th, and hear your skit and then wish me a happy birthday, happy 90th birthday. So I was on Letterman, and it was her 90th birthday, and so I sat down and I talked to Dave afterwards, and I wished her a happy birthday on TV with David Letterman.
Wow. Okay, I hope that then they got things were going okay for you.
Charlotte and I were tired, and we went to bed. She's 90.
Yeah.
And it's also, David Letterman started at 12:30. Might have been 11:30 where they live, but...
Yeah,
my birthday, there were people here all day, and I received many pretty cards. At Ladies' Aid, the second Wednesday of the month, the Wallenstein twins made a white sheet cake, and the frosting said, "Happy 90th birthday, Dorothy," and gave everyone a piece and sent 2 pieces home for Charlotte and I. So we celebrated it. I think there were a few guests that day at Aid. Pauline, that's my mother, was here in September, the second week, and we went with us to Ladies' Aid. Charlotte is going to Eastern Star tonight, and pro tem for a lady who is taking classes in Marshalltown. Marjorie, that's my aunt, my dad's sister, brought a bouquet, as she had a flower shop, a dozen roses and pretty ribbons, and it said 90th birthday, and she sent an orchid to wear from the grandchildren from Pauline. It has turned cold here and feels like snow. Marjorie also gave me a box of Russell Stover chocolates candy. Little plug for Russell Stover. Charlotte gave me a pretty card and took me to dinner. Hope you are busy and happy. Lots of love, Grandma. Pretty sweet.
Very sweet, yes. And the
So
fact that
it
you
was
got
her
to...
90th birthday. Yes,
Yeah,
I remember that.
that's pretty cute.
Dave kind of made a big deal of it on the show. He was very nice about it.
Okay.
Would you like to hear a Halloween riddle?
Well, we could go for some riddles, but we could also go for some
Oh,
comments.
let's go for the
before
comments,
we
and
go.
I'll save these Halloween riddles for a couple weeks from now, because Halloween's coming up, bros.
Yeah,
and,
put that somewhere
ladies.
special so we
I'll
can
put
do the
that right
Halloween.
down here, yeah.
Yes.
So we've got some. Oh, isn't that nice to have something to look forward to?
Yeah. So, I liked your one up here, Jen. For the 100th time, Barry is the best show on television in all caps.
Yeah.
It is really, really good. Have you watched Fargo? Because that's pretty great too.
Keith says we need to see the documentary Decline of Western Civilization. So that was directed, I think, by Penelope Spheris, who used to, her mother, Penelope Spheris' mother, who would have been 70 or 80 years old.
Had the hots for you?
Used to tend bar at the Circle Bar. So
She
used to
did?
go,
Oh,
if you
how
went
fun.
down there on like Thursday nights or Monday nights or whatever, it would be her, this 80-year-old lady who was smoking and sarcastic. It was so good.
That's hilarious. So Rich hates Diane, and they've got Jen on the case for finding out what her address is and sending her
Oh,
something.
no,
you know.
no. Please.
They're not going to, because they don't know what her last name is,
Yes,
and no
but
one's going to do
she's
that.
she's
She's a lovely person, and
Yes.
they're just doing that on behalf of me, darling.
yes,
Nothing
I
bad
know
is going to
I know
happen.
that, but I
It's just they're being funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Call it.
I think her brother sometimes watches the show, and I
Okay, it was
Yeah,
just because
okay.
I said some
All right.
silly things in the beginning. That was all. And obviously everybody knows there's no hard feelings. It's just we're being
Yeah.
silly. This is, everybody is funny.
So Jen says, I didn't know you ever got on the couch on letter chair on Letterman. That's awesome. Yeah, I went. That was back in the NBC days. That card was from 1987. So that would have been the first year I was on Letterman. Probably my second or third appearance on the show.
Oh, that's really
1987.
sweet that he made a big fuss of your grandma.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Oh, no, that wasn't my girlfriend in the opening of my special with the cow, Julie. That was my friend Susan Healy. And she's got a new name now because she's been married for many years. She used to work here for the city of Santa Monica, but I think they've probably moved out of town now.
You will maintain the integrity of the movie Fargo, Jen, if you watch the TV series. They're quite different. And the
they're different.
second season, which we're on right now, which is set in 79, so it's a flashback for some of the characters, is... I am really loving it. The characters in it, I mean, it's really good. So I would recommend it. And you can just skip the whole first season if you don't want to do the movie.
Do not skip the first season. The first season is nothing like the movie.
Yeah, no, it's not. I did try to
in
say
Minnesota,
that.
but it is not.
Yes.
It's not a rehash of that plot. It's a completely different plot. And you kind of want to watch the first season because it's sort of connected to the second season, even though the second season is in 1979, back in time from the first season. Anyway. East Bay Alameda comedian Emily Heller is one of the lead writers on Barry. Always saw her at the Punchline before the obligatory move to LA. Yes, well, that's exciting. It's interesting. Now I know that.
Keys is right there, and the TV series is completely different to the movie, and it's expanded, it's complementary, it's just great, and it's different.
But it's not an expanded version of that story. It's a completely different story, and each season is a different story from the other stories. David, listen to David Jelkovac. He is telling you Fargo is great. Watch all the seasons. All the seasons. All the seasons. Did we start Lovecraft Country? No, Laura, we didn't start Lovecraft Country yet because
I was a bit done with sci-fi after
you were resisting
dark.
it. But who was it that was telling us how great it was the other day?
Somebody.
It was somebody.
Was it Kenny in April?
Yes, I believe it was Kenny in April.
It was Kenny in April.
Kenny in April.
Yes, yes. We were having a
Kenny in
socially
April.
distanced brunch, and I think they told us how completely great it was.
Well, it's been quite a good Tuesday. I mean, I'm not anxious to leave, but I feel like we're on a high note. We're really having a good time.
Yeah, we're on a high note. Yeah, it's been a great Tuesday. I got up at 6 o'clock in the dark to drive down to El Porto. It was so funny because, when you wake up and it's completely dark and your alarm's gone off and you do go, have I made a mistake? And then you get downstairs and it's still dark, and you're having your breakfast and you go, will it get light? And then suddenly you're in the car and it's light.
Will it get light? Will the sun come up?
Yeah.
The sun will come up tomorrow.
Yeah,
Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Huh?
Wow, you missed it.
You know who loves that?
Calling?
Rachel loves that because she's a singer.
Oh, okay. Well done. Well done,
Tomorrow!
Jerry.
Tomorrow!
I was worried about today.
Tomorrow!
I was worried about today. That's what I was worried about. Anyway, it was super fun. I had such a good time. And at one point I got out and then I looked back at the water and I was like, you know what? That wasn't the best ride in. I'm going to go out and get one more. And then I looked a little bit further south of where I was and I was like, that's kind of, there's some tasty waves over there right now. So I went down there and then I finished off and I got a beautiful left back to the lifeguard station where my car key is. And I'm like, what's up? And of course I'm the only woman in the water.
Did you get some tasty waves? Oh, bro, the waves were so tasty.
They were not as big as Dressel's last week. It was just a sweet little day. It was very nice. Yes. And I use the word tasty. So yeah, whatever.
Okay. Where are we at?
Okay.
Tapped out on dark. Yeah, I get it, Ed. We tapped out on season 3.
Season 3. I just was like, okay, I am done. It was also because this whole sort of like philosophical thing about time and it wasn't that interesting or intriguing to me. So it was sort of, I found it ploddy.
Charlie Byers is saying, just remember we had a drink or two of the Keeley's Heel a while before you made Letterman, but I don't think we ever made it to the Deluxe. Yeah, well, I've been to the Deluxe there, but I remember that bar of the Keeley's Heel. What a flashback. He gave me a flashback there. Thanks, Charlie. Joan says that was a cup of tone deaf. Well, you can't win them all.
Actually, I thought you did pretty well. I do love that, says Rachel. Well done, Jake. That was my big solo in the choir concert when I was 8 or 9. Oh, cute. Do you have a little clip of that you could send in the
I went to
the comments?
We drove from La Crosse, Wisconsin, across the state of Wisconsin, because it's on the Mississippi River on the west edge of Wisconsin, across the state to Chicago, Illinois, with one of my friends from high school, Steve, because we had tickets to go see Annie in Chicago at the big Chicago theater, wherever it was, or, which is like, it's like driving to Broadway, but in Chicago. So we drive there, and it's me and Steve, and we were staying at a friend of mine's house, and we get there, we go to my friend's house, they give us chili or tacos or something for dinner. We get up the next day, we go into Chicago, we're going to watch Annie, and we go to Burger King to get something to eat ahead of time. We're 19 years old, maybe 20.
Did something go wrong?
And
I've got a feeling like something goes wrong.
He confesses like he's out of money. I go, Steve, we haven't done anything. We stopped at a gas station on the way. He brought like $11 or something. And so luckily I had,
all
whatever,
the savings.
I had $50 or $83 or something, so I could treat him to Burger King. But I was like, you're out of money. We just left the house. How much money did you bring, Steve? It was, I forgot about that. It was so,
wow.
Oh God.
Okay, so we're going to have a seize the day. Come on, seize me. Seize
all
me.
right. Here we go. Today's Seize the Day. Thank you everybody for being here. Tomorrow, you know what animal I'd like to talk about tomorrow? The wolf or the mountain lion, your choice.
Okay, so here's the thing tomorrow. Fanula's got that ceramics class, and I'm driving her probably.
So you might not be here for the show tomorrow.
Yeah, so could we save the animal till Thursday? Because I'd like to hear about the mountain lion
All
or
right.
the wolf.
I'll talk about insulated coolers tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds really great. But it was funny because I was talking to a friend in New York the other day and I brought up the otters and she said, otters are assholes. And I said, yes, everybody loves our otters.
Otters are assholes.
And then you find out
Clinton,
about them.
There's your t-shirt.
And then
otters are assholes.
Yeah. Because then everybody, when you're wearing your otters are assholes t-shirt, you get to describe otter sex and why otters are assholes. Not just to the lady otter, but then to those poor little baby seals who they, have necrophilia with.
Keith says mountain lion, so we'll do mountain lion on Thursday.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I know quite. I could tell you about mountain lions.
Mountain lion on Thursday. Yeah, that's why I asked you, because maybe you want to talk about it. So we'll do mountain lions on Thursday. Today's Seize the Day is from Neil Gaiman, our favorite. Neil Gaiman, who sadly, I think, is divorcing Amanda Palmer.
Oh, he should be
is
doing
it Amanda
that.
Palmer? Yeah. Or she's divorcing him, something like that. Anyway, Neil Gaiman, a great author. I really love his books. Highly recommend. Never. Okay. If you are making mistakes, then you are making new things. Learning, living, pushing yourself, changing your world. You're doing things you've never done before, and more importantly, you're doing something. Go out there and do something. Except for you, Jen. You've done enough. You just take it easy till tomorrow. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. And love and kisses to Ramon wherever